Hello, beautiful. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I know I might look a bit different only because I did do my own hair. I know. And if you are new, welcome. My name is Kemi. And join the fam, okay? Like the video if you want to see me do a hair tutorial on Senegalese twists or braids or whatever it is, now that I got the hang of attaching and parting it. I know my partings aren't perfect, but yes. But today I wanted to do something more beauty related, more makeup related, more eyebrow related, and I wanted to show you guys and give you guys a tutorial on how I do my brows and how I achieve, I guess kind of like the most even brows, you know what I'm saying, and how I achieve my brows for like more of like a natural look. I don't like that over exaggerated defined look for eyebrows unless I'm doing a really dramatic look, but this is how I kind of just do my brows, and I wanted to show you guys a tutorial on how I do my looks. And because I know a lot of people ask me how I do my brows and how I kind of get it to gradiate to that, like, you know, like the natural brow to the least, because honestly I haven't gotten my brows done in about 3.5 years, so I kind of just wanted to show you guys how I conceal my little hairs that kind of just grow on the bottom and make them look really clean with what the products that I use as well. I think I did a pretty good job. And I'll also put the products that I use on the description box, or maybe I'll just kind of just show you guys if I don't put them in the description box. Without further ado, make sure to keep watching, and I'm gonna just start off with probably no makeup. And if you see any dark circles, by the way, do not judge me. You know why? I stayed up all night doing my hair and I didn't get that much sleep, so yes, don't judge me. Just mind your business. As you can probably see, I'm really up close to the camera, and I want you guys to see this almost as if it's in your face and everything, just because this is kind of the best way to do it if I'm gonna do it, right? And I actually do have my mirror right in front of me. So the first thing you want to do, well, the first thing that I do is kind of just like brush my brows to where I want them to be. So basically just like the shape of it. And since this is my good brow right here, I tend to, like, you know, just, it flows very well. And I'm gonna try not to look down while I do this, just because I know you guys probably won't be able to see. So your brows are not twins, they are sisters, and I actually haven't got my brows done in about 2 or 3 years, and so I tend to just conceal over my hairs that are there. And if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my mirror instead. And so what I actually use something super duper cheap. So this is what I use. It's actually the Wet n Wild Mega Blast brow pencil, and I use it in black and brown. And this is actually 99 cents. Well, it used to be, and I'm pretty sure it's about like $1.29 now. And so what I do with this little pencil, I know it's not the sharpest thing. It's not really that sharp. I go in first and outline my the outside of my, like the outline of the brow on the bottom. So I do the bottom first, and then I go in little brush strokes in the front, you know, and everywhere else. Excuse my dark circles. Girl hasn't been sleeping. I did my hair last night. And these little brush strokes are what I'm doing right now. I kind of just do the sections that I don't have hair on, and I draw those, I fill those in. I tend to not really go in and touch the front as much, just because I want that gradation from kind of just like having that natural brow look to a more filled in look. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. This is my difficult side. I barely have any hair over here. I tend to just draw it to make it look more like this. So this is how they start kind of looking. And at this point, I think this is really how full I really want them to be, very honest with you guys. I don't think I'm going to go a little bit further because the more I brush them out with the spoolie, the more lighter they're going to get. Yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and clean it up. I kind of just use these two products. This one right here is the Warm and Honey. And then this one here, it actually does not have a name. I think I peeled it off or something. But it's a darker shade. I think I peeled this one off. So I kind of just take those two and mix them together. I actually just tend to do it in the back of my hand. And it looks like this. And I know some people like the whole idea of the whole like super highlighted light brow, but I personally like the more neutral. And I go in with a brush like this. And I use this brush, and I think it's from Target actually. And I'll put the brand in the description box. And so I kind of just like tap it very, very lightly, almost like this, just to pick up a little bit of product. So when I go in, I'm extremely, extremely careful. And then go ahead and blend that out. And I told you guys, I haven't gotten my brows done in about 3 years. So this kind of looks pretty clean for a brow. And just go in and just kind of clean, 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 blend, 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 blend. And this is what it kind of just like starts to look like. And so this is how the one side looks on the bottom. Very, very clean, very, very precise, very, very, very detailed, very, very up close. This one compared to this one is just insanely, like, you know, not clean, right? By the way, so with this, I always try to do this just so it's like tip-top pointy shape, if you can see that. And also, by the way, my nails are Samoan sand. I painted them myself from OPI. So now, you want to take your spoolie, and now what I do is I just brush. I brush the hairs a bit up, like basically I go up. I'm not one, well eventually I'll do the swoop-de-whoop. But I do it very, very lightly. Because I feel like if you do it before, it kind of takes away from the whole like sharpness of the brow. If you do it before, you kind of just like conceal it. This brow compared to this brow. This one looks more like, you know, unfinished. This one looks more blended. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. I'm gonna go in and kind of fill in a little bit more. There we go. So now they're slowly but surely coming together, if you can see. So now most of the time I actually would just leave it like this because I don't like the super defined look of brows on the top of the brow. Only because unless I'm going for more dramatic look or like a full face look, I would do that just because, you know, like this keeps it more realistic and more natural, yet still pulls you in and still very clean. But just for you guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and do the whole, like, you know, but I'm not gonna go as intense as most people would. And so for me to go above the eyebrow, I'm going to use this NYX. I think it's a corrector, the conceal corrector thing. And I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is really close to my skin tone. And I only want that because the top of my brow, I want it to be the same color as my skin, only because I'm not trying to highlight the top of my brow. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take it like this. Not like rubbing, I'm always gonna make sure that tip is like always super sharp. And I don't take a lot, by the way. So I'm gonna go on the top of my brows very carefully. And I might just need to look down at my thing. I feel like the more I clean it up, the thinner it gets and the more defined, I guess. Yeah, but this is my gray brow, so alright. Hopefully you guys got the gist of it. Here's how they look together. I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup off the camera, and then I will come back and close out the video. I'm back, and if you guys really did enjoy how I did this, I know it was like a super close-up tutorial. I didn't expect it to be that close up, but I think it's better. If you guys want to see anything pertaining this face and this beat, because I know a lot of people ask me what my foundation base is and how I really make it like flawless and seamless, or just like blend everything together and have it just like melt, if that makes sense. Look at this highlight though. And how I usually have this whole blend going on. If you want to see more of that, make sure to like this video. Yep, and make sure to subscribe in the button below. And you will definitely see more of me and more of, like, you know, beauty stuff and more hair related stuff if you want to see that as well. And yes, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.